twin girls who are 26 years old, both married, now a grandmother, now I'm a grandmother. Have a young man, 21 years old, goes to Seton Hall. And my youngest biological child was Mary. She passed away at the age of 5 years old with a diagnosis of something called Gilbert syndrome, a rare genetic disorder. Mary was home with us on a ventilator for almost 5 years before she passed. And without saying a word in her life, she transformed all of ours. She allowed us to be who we were supposed to be and to travel the journey. And so today I speak for her. So Mary passed in 2003. And the following year, my husband and I felt the need that the journey needs to continue. We need to use this energy in a positive way. So we looked into the foster system. We fostered a number of children and adopted a little boy at the age of 2 with Down syndrome, Joey. And an interesting thing to kind of go along with what Matt was talking about and such, I feel like I know a lot of people. Joey knows more somehow. And I think it has to do with you never forget Joey, where you could forget me easily, but you never forget Joey. And we will go to the beach in Point Pleasant, and someone will tap me on the shoulder, excuse me, is that Joey? You know, my husband said, what is this? He only goes where we go, and how does that? Because you never forget Joey. That's basically why. To continue my story, we now have adopted 2 young boys, 10-year-old twins, from the foster care system, and we're enjoying them in our lives. That's one hat that I have. The other hat is my professional hat, which really tends to blend with my personal hat also. So we switch on and off all day. And I'm a pediatric physical therapist. I've been a pediatric physical therapist for over 30 years. I currently work out of the Valley System, Kirker Center for Child Development, where I work in the neonatal intensive care unit part-time, and I work at the follow-up center where we see the children upon discharge. That's another hat. And then my newest hat is I'm part of the parent organization that developed the Red Ribbon Academy in Wayne, New Jersey, which is an over 21 program for the multiply severely disabled young adult. And this evolved because I'm getting really old, and a lot of my babies that I started out with are now in their 20s. And you become very passionate. Beautiful part about physical therapy is you become very close with your clients. And I have. And we become very passionate and protective of where our young men and women will go after age 21. 21, boom, we're done, best of luck to you. What happens? And I'm here to discuss today why we must continue movement. Always, no matter what age, we must move. You go ahead. Again, I've had the privilege throughout my career working with those in the neonatal period, the infant stage, the toddler, preschool, the school age, the adolescent, the adult, and the geriatric population. But one thing I can share to you today is one major link amongst all of the ages. Movement is essential for the development at any age and is crucial to maximize function levels throughout all stages of development. We must move. There's been a lot of analysis of movement. You look at all the research, it's always involves some type of movement, okay? One of the most interesting for me is the analysis that is done even prenatally. You go ahead. Mangisi and Hoffmeyer during their 2007 study, they actually studied fetal movement, counting for assessment of all fetal well-being. They just study movement and ultrasound, and they kind of can predict well-being. And the purpose of this study was to alert caregivers when the baby might become compromised by observing normal and abnormal movement patterns of the body. So we study movement even prenatally.